So we started the organization, and at the time I was working at UAB doing health work with low-income communities. And I had the opportunity to meet this woman, Margarita, who was in the hospital. Margarita was 25, I think. And she had just had a baby and was in the hospital because she was dying of cancer. The story touched me because my mom died when I was 4, and I thought about Margarita's daughter, Fatima, and the fact that she was going to grow up without a mom like me. And so I went to visit Margarita, and she was so tiny in her bed and spoke absolutely no English and was terrified. And you could see that, I could see that, even though I don't speak Spanish. I thought about Margarita, I thought about Fatima, I thought about my story, and I thought that, just like me, Fatima gets to choose how she lives her life as a motherless daughter. But I thought Margarita doesn't really have a choice. She's going to die. And she's going to die in a hospital that doesn't give her food choices that are familiar to her, where nobody speaks her language, and where she's alone because the family's working and she's in the hospital all the time by herself. And so I spent way too much time at the hospital with Margarita. I used what little Spanish I had, and I smiled with her, and I stayed with her and talked with her, and we formed a really strong bond. And she did die. She died in August of 2001, and that was right before I came to work at HICA. But it was Margarita that gave me the courage to be able to do this job, because I had doubted my ability as a gringa from Mississippi who also happens to be Latina, but somebody who doesn't speak Spanish. How am I going to run an organization that works with Latinos that have such a different experience from me? But when I had the opportunity to spend time with Margarita, even in the last hours of her life, to be with her, to be there, I realized that it really doesn't matter if you speak the same actual language. That compassion has its own language, and being present and being able to be with people is what's really most important. And so I keep her picture on my desk because I want to remember her every day I come to work, because she's the person in the worst point in her life that gave me the courage to be able to do this work.